Hey Sag, welcome to May 2019. Hope you guys are doing well. So, three cards popped out face down, something you haven't acknowledged. It's time to make some sort of sacrifice and be okay with letting go when it comes to your imbalance and your struggle, kind of like that power imbalance with a young earth sign. So, younger than you mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, even younger than you. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm seeing blush. There's some sort of embarrassment there. They get flushed cheeks. Yeah, but there's been a lot of strength in the past with them, especially emotional strength. You've made a promise to them, either in this lifetime or a past lifetime, and that's why you're feeling some sort of struggle here. It's almost like you promised to take care of them, and now you kind of need to let go of that promise, but you feel obligated to continue to take care of them. You know what I mean? So maybe like if it is like a younger sibling or a child or a young friend that you've kind of took under your wing, they're kind of holding you back because of this, whether expressed or implied promise that you would take care of them financially or physically through a security, through a power way. And now it's time to kind of be okay with letting go and sacrificing that promise and saying, you know, me trying so hard to take care of you is hindering me, right? Like somebody was just telling me the other day that was excellent advice. On airplanes, when the airplane is going down, the oxygen mask comes down and says, put it on yourself before you go to put it on somebody else. Because if you pass out, you're not helping anybody, right? So now this month is the time to put on your oxygen mask and stop trying to give life and air and energy to somebody else, this young earth sign, while you're depleted, okay? Because you've been giving out a lot, Sag. Emotionally, you're drained. You are drained. Jupiter went retrograde, so that's your ruling planet. So what that does is it brings a lot of the optimism and the positivity and the sense of expansion inward, and aka brings that Sag energy inward. So all of your freedom loving, your adventure energy has gone inward, but your emotional energy is being poured out. It is almost like I'm just seeing like guzzles of emotional energy being poured out into your family and friends, especially somebody that I'm feeling is like younger than you, that you really feel like a sense of protection toward. Like you really, for some reason, I don't know what it is, this person doesn't need your protection. I think that you just think that they do, but they actually can stand on their own. It's a little bit of like an enabling thing here where you kind of need to see, all right, you know, you've protected them enough. Now you kind of have to see how they act in the real world and how they react to situations and test it and trust that what you've done and what you've instilled in them is enough strength and awareness and intelligence to be able to handle it on their own. You've been very patient when it comes to this emotional giving as well. And that patience is the reason why you need to now let them go. Subconsciously, you have a new frame of mind over something, something very integral, something that you're really questioning now, being like, well, if nobody was watching, would I still do this? If nobody was watching, would I still make the same decisions? Would I still be as giving, as caring? I want to be, you know what I mean? Like in Aries season, it was very like self-centered energy. It was very selfish. And we saw the selfishness of other people. And now Taurus season comes up, and Taurus is all about the guardian. So it's quite the huge shift. I've definitely felt it. It's a huge shift between me to you, right? Like Taurus energy is all about taking care of other people. So a new frame of mind came in as soon as May 2019 hit you guys. And now you're like, okay, I can now easily recognize that as a guardian, I need to step back because the Aries season had you very selfishly taking care. Aries is very protective, right? It's ruled by the planet of war. So very protective of their own, ready to fight for those that they care about. You don't need to now. Now you've shown them how to fight on their own. So you're thinking that it's time to just have more fun again. You're like, I need to just enjoy myself. Jupiter going retrograde has me a little bit bogged down, a little bit of kind of like a depressed mode. You want to just have fun, but you have some emotional confusion that's stopping you from enjoying yourself. So emotionally, you're drained. You don't know what's your energy, what's their energy, what's the energy of the universe. You don't know, you haven't claimed your own energy, and that's creating a lot of indifference and miscommunication, misunderstanding about how you actually feel. So it's time to get meditative. It's time to get into your own space. Smudge your house. Smudge your house. Okay. If you don't know what that means, Google it. Smudge your house, because there is an energy there that has just been lingering. And make sure that when you smudge your house, you open a window and you push it out. Push that energy out. Smudge it as often as you can until you feel the shift. And do what you can to protect your surroundings and your environment, because energy is crazy right now. Energy is so out of whack. It's being poured into you. It's being poured out of you. And you need to just return your energy to yourself, and return the energy and cast out the energy that doesn't belong to you right now, because there's a lot of confusion that isn't even yours to bear. Family and friends are thinking about investing with you. Some sort of power. They either want you to invest some money into them, or they want to invest some money into you or some power into you. Absolutely go for it. Whether or not it's investing into them or vice versa, absolutely go for it, because family and friends, those are the people that you do invest in. That's how you show support, right? If you can afford it, if it's something, if it's time, energy, money, whatever that you can afford, that you are aware of, then absolutely invest it. Because right now, emotionally, you're giving it out for free. You're giving out tons of power and energy for free. You might as well be cognizant of where some of your time, energy, money, and focus is going. And if it's to family and friends, that's going to be a really positive return on investment. Because this is personal experience. When it comes to family, especially, if you tell a family member that they can do something, man, think about when your parents said that you can't do something. Think about when you went to your parent and you said, I want to do this. And they're like, I don't know, that's pretty risky. That's quite the expansive, lofty, optimistic idea, Sag. And you went, oh, you're right. Remember how horrible that felt when you had that idea? Don't be that person for somebody else, because somebody is coming to you saying, hey, I want to do this. I'm scared to do it. What do you think? Take a second and then obviously have honesty, but then say, okay, I know it's a risk, but I know you can handle it. I know it's a risk, but I'm here to help. I know it's a risk, but be smart about it. Be honest. You guys are so amazing with your brutal and blunt honesty. My Moon and Sag brother just laid the pipes on my Taurus mom last month. But yeah, she needed to hear it. So be honest about it, but then also say, but I can help. But here's an idea. Here's a suggestion. It's not just, no, you shouldn't do that. It's too risky. Bye. Especially this young earth sign. That young earth sign, they're going to need that optimism and that support, even if you don't really support them, right? Hope and fear is a fire sign like yourself. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy that you don't feel like you really measure up toward. Okay, so a lot of this emotional giving you've been doing, Sag, is because of this fire sign. They're not stepping up and you're filling a void for them, okay? And that's why you hope that they get their emotional selves together, but you fear it as well because you don't want to lose that identity and that place in your family and your friends' lives and in the world's life. In the world, you don't want to lose that place because you've actually gotten quite fond of being that person that emotionally gives to the people that they care about. But this fire sign, they need to step back up. They need to step back up for sure. And you can show them that. So the outcome, Sag, for your May 2019 is you're going to keep realizing that you got to have some fun. You want to have fun with this young fire sign, whether it be your inner child or a friend. Young fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you've known from the past. You guys have had a lot of fun in the past before. So you want to kind of bring that energy back out. And what that does is it brings an unstable foundation because you're transitioning. So it's going to feel really rocky at first, going from this emotional person who's very caring and loving and, been at home, been with the family and friends, been that soundboard. And now you're like, okay, screw this. I want to get back to enjoying myself. I want to get back to having fun, escaping through freedom, through adventure. And what that does is it creates a break in the foundation just because of how things have been going. This is not a negative thing. This is definitely just a positive segue into your June, which is going to be, I feel, a lot less restrictive, okay? Because this new frame of mind that you guys have going on when it comes to the emotional output is going to create a shift. It's going to mess with your foundation a little bit, and your sense of security. But that's what's needed. You kind of need to ruffle some feathers in order to embrace the changes. So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you have an amazing May 2019. As always, if you want a personalized reading, my details are below, and I use astrology and numerology in all my readings. Love you, Sagittarius, so much, and I will see you next month. Bye, guys.